Hey man, I've got some Contra. Wanna play some Contra?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. Let's do this.
Hey, here's your controller.
Oh shit, man, what the hell? Shit, man, maybe I grabbed it wrong, man. Let me try again. Man, what is this, man? Like 90-degree angles? Shit, man, if they were only like rounded or something, man, I would cut myself.
I have an idea. I'll be right back.
Hurry back, man. These corners are so dumb.
Alright, so this is going to be one of the quickest and easiest mods you'll ever do. This is a great starting point for anybody thinking about getting into modding, but has never even touched a soldering iron before. It's that easy. So basically what we're going to be doing is getting a Super NES controller to work on the old 8-bit NES. Why would you do that? No damn good reason other than, you know, some people prefer the feel and the shape of the Super NES controller over the boxy old NES controller. Sometimes it can dig into your hands after, you know, hours of gameplay. I love them both personally, but it is still kind of a fun mod to do. As far as the buttons go, when everything's done, you know, D-pad still acts the same, as well as, you know, select and start. The only difference is the these buttons here, the B and A, end up being Y and B on the Super NES controller, but they're in. Just don't pay attention to the letters. They're in the same order, so it's B A B A. X and A don't do anything, and neither do L and R. And it's pretty much just, it's damn easy. All right, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and, well, I need to move the camera. Awesome. Okay, so disassembling the controllers is pretty straightforward and easy. On the back of the NES controller, there are 6 small Phillips head screws holding it together. And on this one, 2 of them are already missing for some reason. Pretty easy. You don't need any of that crap anymore. You can keep it if you want. But basically what we need to do is desolder these 5 wires from the board. You got the yellow, brown, red, orange, and white wires. If you have a solder pump or desoldering wick, or my favorite is this desoldering iron with the pump on it, just go ahead and remove those 5 globs right there and pull the wires out. I'm going to go ahead and get that done off camera and cut back when I'm done. Alright, I've gone ahead and desoldered the 5 wires from the NES controller board there. Now what we need to do is disassemble the Super NES controller. And this one's got 5 screws holding it together, and there are a few more loose parts inside of these controllers, so you want to, you know, be careful not to lose them or anything. Yeah, we're going to need an edit here.
I'm feeling a bit woozy, man. I'm really losing a lot of blood here. God.
Hang in there, man. I'm almost done. So now with all these screws removed, we go ahead and remove the back, and here we have the inside. Keep in mind there are going to be a couple of loose parts that you probably want to hang on to and, you know, be cognizant of so you don't lose them. One of the first things you'll notice is the 5 color-coded wires on the inside, same as the NES. Brown, red, orange, yellow, and white. This Super NES controller, as you can see, has a convenient little pin header there. We're just going to go ahead and pop that off anyway, desolder it, because we don't need it. If you want to keep it on there, that's up to you. It's really not necessary. You'll want to make note before you remove anything, though, of the order of the colored wires on there. So you maybe want to write on a piece of paper: brown, red, orange, yellow, white, in the case of this controller. Because we're going to be soldering the wires from the NES controller back on in the same order, except we're flip-flopping the yellow and red wires. I think it's the data and clock or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I know it's the yellow and white wires. You flip-flop them and it should work. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out real quick while I desolder this. Now that I've gone ahead and removed the Super NES controller cable from the board, all that's really left to do is solder the wires from the NES controller onto the Super NES board. Keeping in mind the order we have, I went ahead and wrote it down. The order that we're going in was brown, red, orange, yellow, white. And we need to flip-flop the red and yellow, so we would go, you can usually just pop them through there. If not, yeah, they pop right through. This would be brown, yellow, orange, red, and white is the order that we would put them on in this case. After you're finishing soldering all the wires in place in the correct order, it might be a good idea to secure them on the other side of the board with some, maybe put a few blobs of hot glue or some epoxy there to hold them in place, keep them from snapping. The only time they really snap is while you're handling it, but it's happened to me before, so now might be a good time after you finish soldering it. Dump something there, keep them from moving. Now that everything is soldered and secured down with some epoxy or hot glue, you can go ahead and just reassemble it, and it should work. Son of a bitch. Oh, God damn it, I forgot the... Reassembly may or may not take longer than expected. Alright, well, when all is said and done, you should have a Super NES controller with the old 8-bit NES controller pluggy end deal thing on it. And a good time was had by all. Alright, man, all of our problems are solved.
Done, 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 done!
Okay, so you can probably see why I hesitated to upload this video. It sucks. I hate it. However, somebody out there may find the information within useful. Okay. I did like the foot part, though. Let's see that foot part again. Yeah! Yeah!